First, start us off, I'll pop the hood open. Oh. Boom, the APR intake. Now, this intake is honestly a beautiful, beautiful system. I really like the way it looks. It's super light. The build quality is amazing. I do see some people complain about some, brackets cracking up in the front, but it's a good, well-built intake. As far as my review goes, I've installed this 2 or 3 times, taken in and out, and it goes in. It's really easy to pop in, pop out, and it fits in real nice like a stock intake would. The one downside is there have been tests, and these tests are all over the internet, and not all over, but they're in some spots. Now, unfortunately, with the way the tests showed, the APR intake actually has about the same effect as a stock intake. In fact, I think a stock box with a upgraded filter would actually have a little bit more performance than an APR intake. And when I saw that, I was kind of bummed out, because as you guys know, this is $450, and for the secondary air breather, it's another $20, so $470 for this whole system. And it doesn't even go far back to like this pipe. It's just this system, the secondary air breather, and then that's it. So that's a bit of a downside. I'm a little bummed out about that, but it's a beautiful looking system, and it's obviously a good reason to pop the hood at a car show, aside from everything else being stock in my my good old Walmart battery. So yeah, the APR intake, I kind of wish I went a different route, but I want to keep this car APR, so that's why I decided to go that. And in fact, I think actually the APR intake was the first mod I did, and then of course I just followed the whole. And I love everything else APR. Everything else is wonderful. The APR intake inlet pipe is awesome, and the tune is phenomenal. That's easily the best. So, with that said, on to the back of the car. So, the second mod that I kind of wish I went a different route, and this is crazy because I think this is my favorite mod. It's just because I went a little further and a couple steps further, it became not so much my favorite mod, and that is the Borla exhaust. I think the Borla exhaust is the best catback you can get for the money. I think it is just absolutely the best. $700 gets you a insanely loud and really raw and deep sounding catback. The downside is, if you decide to keep modifying your car, say downpipe, it's gonna be really loud, like this. So overall, I kind of really wish I went a different route with an exhaust. Now, I will say Borla nowadays, they have not aftermarket, but they have resonators that they offer with their catbacks, and they go right into the mid pipe, just like I did with my Borla exhaust. I did a vibrant resonator, not a Borla resonator, but so it'd be interesting to see with the resonators between those two, which one is the most how they sound a little different from each other. But regardless, I kind of wish I went a different route with the exhaust, just in general, something a little quieter. This thing is ridiculously loud, and it drones a little bit on the highway still. It was really bad before the resonator, so that's one thing. If you guys want to make your exhaust sound mwah, do a resonator. It won't drone. It won't drone that bad, I should say. And I might do a video touching up on kind of the whole exhaust process and why I spent a lot of money on figuring out the right type of exhaust for this car. But overall, I think AWE does a touring exhaust for the GTI, and it's a great exhaust, and I kind of wish I went that route. So yeah, it's a little bit of a learning lesson, and regardless, the Borla as a catback without the downpipe it's so good. It's such a great exhaust. It's just I went a couple steps further. All right, so to wrap this up, the last thing, and this was hard to think about with the last thing that I kind of regret doing on the car. I wouldn't say like I totally regret it because I love the look of them. However, I kind of wish if I went aftermarket, I went an actual aftermarket, not necessarily an OEM plus. It's probably the last OEM plus mod I'm gonna do, and I'm probably lying when I say that, but these bad Larrys, the 19-inch Santiago Euro spec wheels. The thinking behind these wheels was the fact that there's not any in the US. I've never seen a GTI with these wheels in the US. It's very uncommon. There's probably like 2 or 3. I don't see them anywhere. So putting these wheels in the car, I think, was brilliant for the channel, because I think it's a way for people to like recognize me on the road, because I had service technicians saying, I recognize you from YouTube because of the wheels. So that's pretty cool. I don't know, I think overall the wheels look really nice. I did go with a replica, so they're not true Santiago wheels. However, and also I think the sizing is a little different too. They're 225. True Santiagos, I believe, are 235, a little bit wider. But overall, I mean, they're pretty decent quality wheels. For replicas, I'm not gonna say it's the best you're gonna get, but it's pretty darn good. And you know, again, they look really good. I will say the one downside is you're running rubber bands. These tires are, well, I mean, I kind of chew them down anyway with the my throttle placement. So I don't know, I like these wheels. I just wish I kind of went with like an HRE, you know, something more aftermarket, because obviously I have the diffuser, I have the front lip. I will say it's a little goofy being not necessarily low. I think I can fit 3.5 fingers in there, so maybe 4. Not 4 fingers, that's pretty bad. So, and I know everyone's gonna give me flack for that, and I promise you, I will not be lowering this car. I will be lowering the next car. No more money. This car gets no more. I love it, but no more money. I'm pretty set for what I've done. But yeah, so as much as I've said great things about these wheels, I kind of wish I went a different route. But I like them. They do look good, and they're pretty good build quality, and yeah. But I kind of wish I just went with a different wheel, and that's a little bit nitpicky, but it's just kind of how I view it. But anyway, I think that's gonna wrap everything up. Hopefully this answers some questions, because I know a lot of you guys are thinking like, you know, you did a decent amount of mods on the car. What are the things you regret? And these are the things that just came to my mind that I would probably tweak or do differently. Obviously, you know, if I had the interest levels or the money, I would have lowered the car, maybe IS38. But other than that, I'm pretty set with how the car is now, and I think it's how it's gonna stay until sale. So with that said, thank you guys so much for watching the video, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace.